Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary. We're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. And so, Mary's going to start with weather and water. And after, we have some information going on around the world for hiker news. All right, Mary, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Donald. Good morning, everyone. This morning it is 54 degrees and hazy here in Blairsville. We're looking at a high of 75 today with a mixture of clouds and sun, and winds will be 5 to 10 miles per hour, and then 51 tonight with some clouds, light and variable winds, so it's going to be another great day like yesterday. It was really nice out. Blood Mountain today, a high of 67. It's going to be sunny, so if you're climbing over Blood today, you'll have a better chance for a view than some days when it's raining and cloudy. 5 to 10 mile per hour winds, and then tonight 53 degrees, partly cloudy with winds between 5 and 15 miles per hour. Water's good for the most part. Let's remember to top off at Hawk Mountain, Shelter, Slaughter Creek, and Neal Gap. Now I'm speaking as you hike north out of Springer Mountain, so Neal Gap to Hog Pen is dry, so make sure you carry enough water out of Neal, and then Hog Pen has water, so after that you're pretty decent for water. Just suggest topping off when the opportunities present themselves. Make sure you're cautious for the snakes out here. Cow Rock boulders, 5 miles north of Neal Gap. Up on Cow Rock, those boulders do have copperheads and sometimes some rattlesnakes too. Let's be careful. Ongoing road closure, Sugarlands to Newfound Gap. That's on the Tennessee side in the Great Smoky Mountains on US 441 Newfound Gap Road. And they expect it to be reopened on or before September 30th this year. And then, of course, the North Carolina side is open from Cherokee right on to Newfound Gap. Bears, closures, campsites 18, 23, 57, 96. All the trails and all of the shelters are open. Warnings, Trillium Gap and Ramsey Cascade trails, Russell Field Shelter, and Campsite 113. All right, I'm going to turn this over to Donald now. He's going to discuss some other things that are going on around us.
All right, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
All right, today it's 5:53 a.m. and it's 9/8/2025. And so let's start with a lost woman found in Michigan. The YouTube challenge. Interesting. Let's see what's going on here.
I don't see anything where it said anything what the challenge was, but this is what I did find.
Okay. And so it said YouTube challenge on the... Interesting. So a Michigan State Police helicopter crew found a woman who got lost in a state forest during a YouTube challenge on Saturday morning. Troopers with the state agency were at the Pigeon River State Forest in northern Michigan to help the Otsego County Sheriff's Office find a missing 36-year-old California woman. Police said she was a contestant in a YouTube survival challenge, had become lost on Friday evening, and was reported missing at 5 a.m. on Saturday. State Police K-9 searched the dense forest before the helicopter Trooper 6 was called to the area. The crew operating Trooper 6 spotted the woman using the aircraft's camera around 10:40 a.m., officials said. Law enforcement and firefighters were able to walk the woman out of the woods, thank the Lord.
That's right. I would say whatever survival challenge she was doing, she did not complete it.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up and check out what's going on with that. I haven't heard of the YouTube challenge of go out in the woods and get lost with no supplies and no idea on what you're doing. All right, and so Rescue Hawaii. The Honolulu Fire Department rescued a hiker who fell ill Sunday morning on the Makapu Trail in Hawaii Kai. HFD received a 911 call at 10:11 a.m. and dispatched 7 units with 19 personnel. Firefighters reached the man near the tide pools at 10:41 a.m., where they provided medical care. He was airlifted to a nearby landing zone, transferred to emergency medical services at 11:22 a.m. No further info. Oh, that's fast moving,
I was just going to say, that was pretty quick. Thank goodness.
Yeah, right. All right, and then we had a rescue in New Hampshire at 4:30 p.m. on 9/4/2025. New Hampshire Fish and Game responded to a hiker in distress on the Dicey's Mill Trail on Mount Whiteface in Waterville Valley. Renee Cushman, 45, from Windham, New Hampshire, called 911 after suffering a medical condition. She had started hiking at 10 a.m. and had summited Mount Whiteface. She was on the Dicey's Mill Trail, 2.2 miles from the trailhead, when she called 911. Fish and Game, Sandwich and Tamworth Fire Departments and Lakes Region SARS all responded. Cushman was located by the searchers and assisted back to the trailhead parking area by 6:28 p.m. No further info is available. All right, and so Mary's going to Springer today, and Jordan will be going to the airport to pick up an international rider that flew in from Germany, and so she'll be touching down. Her flight's a little bit late, but she'll be touching down
That's right.
at Hartsfield Jackson. Jordan will be there to meet the hiker and get them back up to Amicalola or Springer.
No, they're going to a hotel over in Blue Ridge. Then we're getting them down to Springer or Amicalola tomorrow to get
Sweet.
started on their hike.
All right, great. Yeah, I saw in the email she had her lighter confiscated.
Yes, she did.
All right, so we'll have a lighter for
That's
her.
right.
All right, and this too? Oh yeah, this is an Arizona threat assault about, So in Arizona, we have a threat assault after conversation about suspect's dog. Not sure what's going on, but maybe no leash, left dog shit out of control. These are just guesses on why it happened. All right, so the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office asked for the public's help in identifying a man and woman accused of a violent assault on a hiking trail in Granite Basin near Prescott. Around 8:45 a.m., a man and woman hiking encountered the suspects, who had a large brown dog. They had a brief conversation about the dog when the male suspect was believed to have punched the male hiker several times. When the second hiker tried to intervene, she was attacked by the female suspect. So it's a man and a woman hiking, and they encountered another man and woman hiking, is what I'm gathering here.
Yeah, and just having that conversation about the dog, that's why I'm thinking, speculating one of these issues, maybe the hiker said something.
So this is like a couple brawl out on The assault, The assault ended when the male suspect produced a small, So the assault ended when the male suspect produced a small black handgun and pointed it at one of the hikers. The suspects then headed toward the main parking lot. The hikers suffered minor injuries but declined medical transport. The male suspect is white, between his 30s and 40s, thin build with long blonde hair. With facial stubble. The female suspect is white, long blonde hair, mid 30s to 40s, dark shorts, and white wristwatch. They had a large brown dog. Anyone who was in the Granite Basin Lake area, including trails, parking lot, or campgrounds on the morning of 9/6 and May, have seen the couple, are urged to contact the Sheriff's Office at 928-771-3260 or submit a tip at 800-932-3232. Insane. Yeah. I think that too many people are allowed to carry a piece, but that do not have the control to know when to pull and when not to pull a piece. Mm-hmm. Personally, I don't think that anyone should be carrying open carry and should carry everything concealed. So if you are in that, if you are in a predicament where you need to pull a firearm, which hopefully no one should ever be in that situation, but if you do have to, you should know when to pull in, when not to, and this is definitely not a time to pull a piece.
My personal opinion is, if you're going to pull it, you need to use it, and you better use it, because that's the only time it should be taken out.
Right. All right, and so I wanted to read this right here, and there were 3 hikers who went over a waterfall in BC's Kootenays and they were found dead, and this happened over Labor Day weekend. This is called Meechin Creek Falls. The body of a third hiker was presumed dead after going over the waterfall in BC's Kootenay region has been found. So RCMP, Kimberley, British Columbia, say they located a 35-year-old man, and efforts to retrieve his body are ongoing. The man was part of a group of 3 hikers that went over Meechin Creek Falls over the Labor Day long weekend. Police found the body of a 68-year-old woman about halfway down the 85-meter fall on Monday, September 1st, after being alerted by a GPS SOS. The body of a 35-year-old woman was located and recovered the following day. So 2 dead, third presumed dead after hikers go over waterfall in Kootenay's RCMP. A statement from the police on Sunday said all 3 people were Mexican citizens. Police said early in the week that none of the deaths are believed to be suspicious. Kimberley's search and rescue, a drone, police dogs, and Bighorn helicopters were involved in the search for the hikers.
Some pretty big falls too.
Yeah, and I was reading that those falls are brutal, and most likely no one is going to live after falling off those. It definitely is, man. It is definitely terrible. All right, and so today we have a few shuttles going on. Like I was saying, yesterday it was a quieter day. I think Jordan had a
Fontana to Unicoi.
Yes, and then we had some phone calls. We also had a lady that had called us for a Gooch Gap to Nimblewool Gap. We do not do Nimblewool Gap, so we passed the ride on to someone else. But she called and could not find a ride to Nimblewool, parked her vehicle at Long Term in Amicalola, made it up somewhere along the approach trail and needed a ride off trail. She wanted to ride out of Springer. She was done. I mean, it's been raining here. It's been some brutal weather off and on, downpours and yada, yada, yada. And I'm not sure why she wanted to start at Nimblewool. That's the second person that's done that, actually, that's called and said they wanted to go to Nimblewool Gap. I asked them why, and they told me that they thought that's the only way to get to Springer. And, we had to correct them. I'm wondering if this woman had some bad information or was misinformed about where the trail actually starts and did not know that she could go to Springer or Amicalola. When I spoke to her the other day, she texted you after, but I gave her some other numbers of other drivers that possibly go up to Nimblewool. A lot of us don't because it can be hit or miss. One day you can go up there and it can be kind of nice, man, but then 3 days later you can get up in there after a hardcore downpour and the place is tore up, it's muddy, it's just rutted out, jeepers are up in there and tearing the place up. And it's just not worth it for us to go up in there and just beat our vehicle up. I mean, doing it once, yeah. Doing it 3 times a week, no. It just doesn't add up, man.
She did text me back last night.
Oh, she did?
Yes, she
What
did.
happened?
She apologized for not responding to me after the last of our contact. She said her phone died, and she decided she was just going to turn around and walk back to Amicalola, which she did. And she said she'll be back and she'll give us a call when she gets out of here.
That's so sad, man. Or that sucks. So that's something she probably learned right there, that she needs a battery pack. So hopefully she learned something on this hike, man, because she did call, or excuse me, we were texting with her, and she had some bad service, so it was taking a minute to talk back and forth, and apparently her phone died. So but I'm not sure why she wanted to go to Nimblewool Gap. Anyways, today we're gonna do some rides, man, get some work done. Paid rent at the shop yesterday. Was that yesterday?
Yes.
Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, man. Oh, yeah, Sunday was yesterday. So, Saturday, Sunday, man, we got some other stuff done, though. Can't remember what, but we did some stuff, man. Anyways, if anyone needs anything at all, man, just give us a call. We're here for you.
That's right.
It doesn't matter if you use us for a ride or not. If you need information, just give us a jingle. All right. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, I'm good.
All right. One love, kids. Peace. Thanks.